Hi, good evening, sir. I welcome you to another episode of Scaling Vision podcast. It is an honor to have you here, sir. Um, for those who don't know, Dr. Rajesh Joshi is professor and head of Department of Ophthalmology, GMC Nagpur. Sir also runs his private practice. Sir has been in key positions in different ophthalmic societies at multiple levels. Currently, Sir has bagged another feather in his cap. We're going to talk about it very soon. The JCOR journal has finally been indexed under Sir's editorship. Congratulations, sir. And I want to hear more about it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast, sir. Before we start everything, sir, I want to talk to you about. Tell us about your early days. How did you get into ophthalmology, and how did you get the expertise in the field, sir?
Thank you, Dr. Samir, for this opportunity. It's a wonderful setup, in fact. And regarding my choosing ophthalmology as a branch, I think I am here just because of my mother's wish. When we had a counseling for post-graduation, I was getting diploma in ENT, diploma in the child specialty, and diploma in ophthalmology. However, my mother wanted me to do some degree. So that is how it happened that she didn't allow me to take these diplomas. So I had to wait for another 6 months to get some degree. That time also same thing happened. But I was getting degree in MS ophthalmology. So that is how I choose ophthalmology as a branch for post-graduation.
What year was this, sir?
This was way back in 1991.
My goodness.
Yeah.
And ever since you have finished your ophthalmology, sir, you have joined in teaching always? Was there always a teacher inside you?
Yeah. After completion of my MS degree, I joined as an assistant professor at GMC Nagpur. Then I was terminated because some MPSC candidate joined. So I had to leave that. And then I joined at Savangi, JNMC Savangi as an assistant professor there. I was there for around 2.5 years. Then I got selected by MPSC and then joined at IGGMC Nagpur. I was there till 2010 and then I was promoted as an associate professor when I was transferred to GMC Yavatmal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So amazing, sir. So congratulations for indexing the JCOR journal. I want two questions. What motivated you to take the role of editor of in chief of JCOR? What challenges you faced while indexing the journal? Please tell us about it, sir.
Yeah, my guru was Dr. Ayachit sir, who always helped me in doing research. He forced me to do some amount of work apart from your thesis work. So he draw my attention through terrorism part. So he told me that you do some amount of work for terrorism and you have to publish that also. So we were doing terrorism surgery at that time with the help of graft, conjunctival autograft.
Okay.
And that is how I was forced into research. But I would not say that I was forced. I would say that it's an opportunity to produce some research work. My first paper got published in Indian Journal of Ophthalmology in 2009 on not on terrorism, but it was on diachrosis to rhinostomy. That time I was working as an assistant professor at IGGMC Nagpur. I always looked up to Dr. G.N. Rao, Dr. T.P. Das, Dr. Natarajan sir, Dr. B.K. Nayak sir, who were editor of Indian Journal of Ophthalmology at that time, and they had done stupendous work as far as journal is concerned. So what we see the face of Indian Journal of Ophthalmology, it's because of their efforts. JCOR was born in 2013 and the founding editor was Dr. B.K. Nayak sir. He did a commendable job in nurturing the journal. The journal was growing by leaps and bounds. In the first issue of 2013, which was released in, I suppose it was November 2013, and my work was published in that journal. In one of the MOS conference, I met Dr. B.K. Nayak sir and asked him regarding the indexing of the journal. He he told me that it's a long process and it will be done
Eventually.
eventually, and the effect is a retroactive one. As an author, you always feel that your article should be mostly cited and should be read by everyone across the world. And few of my colleagues and those who were in publishing, they were also of the same opinion. Then I thought, why not to take lead the journal to greater heights? That is how it happened. And now I am editor-in-chief since last 3 years. I faced few
You've been editor for 3 years. I thought this was the new position. Abhi.
Yeah, recently I got extension for another 2 years.
Amazing.
I faced few challenges to improve on indexing. 3 to 4 years back, our application for indexing was rejected due to some issues. The criteria are very stringent. You have to have around 30 original articles in a year.
From different authors.
Yeah, from different authors and from across the globe.
Okay.
It's not from India only. So I had to modify the face of the journal. So that is how it happened. And we are indexed in Scopus. Now we are going ahead with further indexing also, so that the journal will run on its own. We don't have to advertise for anything, and it will run on its own.
So, because you have been doing this for a lot many years, sir, for young doctors and for every other doctor who wants to publish papers, what is the benefit of publishing in an index journal versus a non-index journal, sir?
Yeah, index journal, your work gets into PubMed. So your visibility of the work increases. Your citation increases.
Right.
And those are important as far as your promotions are concerned, particularly in medical colleges, or you are recognized as a key role leader in that field. Suppose if you are publishing in phacoemulsification and you have a lot of publications, your work will be cited by your co-authors or by your peers.
Right.
That is how you are recognized world over.
Okay. Sir, I've seen this and I faced this myself. A lot of people in private practice, they always say, yaar, humara way nahi hai, I want to do it. So any key takeaways from people who are in private practice, how can they take out time for trying to publish papers for themselves?
Yes, I mean, this is a wonderful question. In fact, many private practitioners, they meet me and tell me that we don't have any time. But everyone has got 24 hours per day. And even if you take out around 10 minutes to 15 minutes per day and just think of what you have done today differently. Just chalk it down. We have many gadgets like tablets. We have laptops also. Just chalk down what you have done and devote around 5 minutes daily for that.
Okay.
You have to do a lot of literature search, but it doesn't happen overnight. The publication is not an overnight thing.
Right.
I would say even if you just write one line per day, by the end of 6 months, you will have whole write-up ready for you.
Okay.
And don't bother about grammars and everything, because there are many agencies which correct for grammars, punctuation, references and all the things.
Okay.
So everything is available online.
Right, sir.
So this is what I want to tell private practitioners. It is not that only those who are attached to institutes, they can do the research work. Private practitioners can also do the research work.
Right, sir. Thank you. Then the follow-up question to this is, what is the advantage of a private practitioner doctor for publishing his articles in a index journal?
As far as private practitioners are concerned, their practice or their recognition is related to that area only. Okay, so they don't have any avenues to find out their research work which can be propagated across the world.
Barabar.
So if you publish in the journal, so your work will be recognized. Your work will be seen by other peers. So that is how the name get propagated.
One more advantage I see, sir, is if you as a doctor, private practitioner, if you are publishing papers, private doctor, when a patient search for you, उनको फट से Google research पे आजकल तुमचं नाव दिसून जातं खूप easily.
That's a great thing if you publish in a particular journal, and if a patient comes to you with telling you that we have seen your name on PubMed or Google,
wow,
Google Scholar. That is a wonderful thing.
That
And
is
that is an appreciation.
I
for
think
you.
that is a very trust building exercises that a doctor can do with patient.
Right.
And then nowadays there is a lot of trust deficit
Yes.
that we see.
Yes, definitely.
Moving on, sir, you have been the HOD of GMC Nagpur for the past many years. What strategies, sir, have you seen in the past years how teaching has changed, and how have you over the years evolved as yourself as a teacher? How are you nurturing the next generation of ophthalmologist?
Yeah, I want all my residents to be perfect in the field. I make sure that they are good academicians. They should have a good surgical hand. And on the top of that, they should be a good human being. They should be updated to the present knowledge. So what I do, I tell them to participate in the quiz, online quizzes, they are there. Then I tell them to attend conferences so that they will be updated. And I tell them that you present this work. Whether your work will be appreciated or not, whether you will get prize or not, that is immaterial. But you should participate. You
Get into a habit of participation.
Habit of participation, habit of speaking. That is also a great thing.
Public speaking, not everybody is comfortable
Everybody is comfortable with. So that gives a platform. In fact, our viewers, our OSN gives platform to these young people.
Yes.
So that is always important. That is how I tell them that you should participate in the conference.
Sir, how do you see the balance between clinical practice and academic research moving in the future, sir?
Yeah, it is difficult to manage clinical work and research work. You have to give some time for the research, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. I personally feel that every private practitioner should get themselves involved in some form of research, maybe a small one. You may not publish it, but you can share with your colleagues that I have seen this case, or I have done this thing differently.
Right.
Or maybe few surgical steps which you have modified. That is very important. Maybe a case report, photo essay, images, whatever. I am always ready to help them if they find that any difficulty in their research work. Now the journals have come up with not a lengthy original article. They can write down a small image. If they have a small image of anything like, so they can publish that image with small write-up. You don't have to do a lot of literature search, or don't have to write up many things. You just write a small thing, maybe in a 200 words or so, and send it to a journal. Even if that journal rejects, you can send it to another journal.
Right.
That is how you can inculcate the habit of writing.
Right. Amazing, sir. We have seen, sir, I mean, in the past 20-25 years, technology in ophthalmology is changing at a very, very fast speed. What do you think, sir, the future looks like in ophthalmology? What trends do we see की future मध्ये हे is going to be relevant and ही गोष्ट बरोबर नाही राहणार? What do you think?
Right. In fact, ophthalmology is advancing at a fast pace. Whatever we see today, it's not available, or it gets outdated after 1 or 2 years.
Exactly.
We have seen that because I was trained as ICC, then phaco emulsification came, and in between, then small incision cataract surgery, and again from phaco to femto cataract surgery.
Flex.
So whatever machine we see, that may not be available for you maybe in a few years of time. However, the man behind the machine is important.
Very true.
Machine cannot replace a man.
Right.
Even if you have AI technology or whatever, to run that, you should have a man's brain.
There's always a human behind, right?
Human behind it.
How do you think, sir, AI is changing ophthalmology?
AI and in fact telemedicine have a great role to play. India has become the most populous country in the world, and we see that a lot of diabetic patients. And there is ever growing demand for skilled ophthalmologists. Most of the ophthalmologists, I would say, concentrated in the cities only. In rural population, it is still neglected as far as eye care is concerned. Early referral and quick treatment is what is required to treat these diseases. Yeah, and telemedicine has a great role to play as far as detection of diabetic retinopathy is concerned. We have seen the model of Shankar Netralaya also and Arvind Hospital. So it has a great role to play.
Sir, Does GMC have any peripheral centers where residents go and go for camps or something?
They can go for camp, but as far as operative is concerned,
No, just for diagnosing.
yeah,
Ki I send you, go to a PHC posting अशी असते का? I don't know.
they have 3 months posting nowadays. They can go there. Now, few rural hospitals, they are attached. Now, what they can do, they can diagnose the things. They can perform surgical work also there.
Okay.
They can improve on the work.
Right. So, I don't know if government has funds for all these things, but can government colleges, let's talk about ophthalmology, can set it up in such a way कि when your resident goes for such 3 months posting to a rural area, वहाँ पे well equipments are available. Let's say basic fundus camera, and if something is not right, so you call the patient back to the hospital and treat whatever needs to be treated. Such things I think future में ये होणारच आहे.
Yeah, obviously.
So
They will be there.
nice thing. On a lighter note, what has been the most rewarding moment of your career so far, sir?
Yeah, as far as rewarding moment is concerned, operating my own father and gurus.
When was that?
Nothing more than that.
When was that?
I operated my father around 7-8 years back and many gurus.
My goodness. My father tells me मला कधी झालं तर तुला करायचं बोल मैं नहीं कर रहा आपका I'm going to call somebody. I can't face that kind of pressure, I think. Nice, sir. One piece of advice you always give to doctors, sir, and research who are trying to take their first step into academic publishing and all. What do you think?
Yeah, in fact, we are lacking in original research, I would say.
Okay.
Most of the theses and all the things, they are repetition of the things.
But why is that
Indian
happening, sir?
Because maybe lack of facilities.
Right.
Lack of facilities, and you should have new equipments also to do the research work.
And I think there's a lot of I think in our country research the grants are not available as much as, and it is not even encouraged as much. I see.
I would say Indian research should impact the world.
Right.
I always look at the technological advancements in cataract we have seen, and refractive surgery as well. That has made the life of surgeon and patient so easy.
Right.
A cataract which used to take half an hour, now within 5 to 10 minutes it is done.
Sir,
and it a very small incident.
Where did you get your phaco training from?
I got my phaco training mostly from Mahatma Hospital.
Oh.
I was teacher there teaching.
Over the years, I've seen over the CMEs your surgical videos and all.
Yeah.
And I keep telling this to you always on the record, off the record. I'm a big fan of your Rexis maneuvers. I've tried to enact that. I think you use Haldipurkar forceps.
Yeah, I do with forceps.
Yes, Haldipurkar. Those are Haldipurkar forceps, right?
Yeah.
Or Utrata forceps. So I know you try to finish it in one go, and it always happens. No matter the grade of cataract, no matter. I've seen young patients, I've seen old patients, soft cataract. The Rexis behaves differently in different age group. And her bar it's so neat, clean, centered in one single go. I've been trying to learn from that. I think I'll get there eventually.
Definitely.
But it's so nice. It is an artistic thing, I think.
Yeah, in fact, I tell my students that you should have record of each and every patient. Now also I keep record of each and every patient. If something goes wrong, I have a list of what I have done today wrong. The whole list is there. Since last maybe around 20, I think I started 1996. I have records of all the patients.
Physical. Acha, jite kai.
So whatever wrong I have done, I have records of. Now also I keep all those records. Whatever complications occur, not the good cases.
So just as a self-improvement tool.
Right.
Because it is always said you learn from your mistakes more than you learn from.
And keep the video recording of each and every patient.
That we do.
That is
sir.
important.
It is important. Yes, sir. It has been a pleasure talking to you, sir. How was this total experience with the podcast, sir?
Yeah, wonderful. Your setup is wonderful, I would say. And everything is so meticulously done.
Thank you.
Arranging the webinar, to giving it all final touches, and everything is so awesome.
Thank
I
you,
really
sir.
liked your
Thank
gesture of arranging this, and in fact, this recording would be helpful to
Exactly.
all the beginners.
Exactly. So, people like you would be an inspiration to young people. Thank you for coming, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank
Um,
you so much.
Thank you for listening. Do subscribe. If you want to talk to sir about anything, drop in the comments. We can reach out to sir as much as possible. Thank you.